Welcome back again, everyone. We are here um, with some new news happening. Um, we got some spoilers over the weekend. It was like actually minutes after I logged off, I saw some exciting cards. But before that, before I get into like talking about it in Texas to talk about the new Final Fantasy stuff, I wanted to shout out this Blue Sky account, completely unrelated, but it like as I was pulling up the stream, this happened, so I have to share this with everyone that watches this at some point. So this account, Wizard Wars of 1439, um, said if you post a frog that they'll draw a wizard hat, and then obviously my setup here has truly so many frogs, so I posted it because a friend sent me the post, and lo and behold, they got back to me and did in fact draw a wizard hat on every single frog, even like editing like the cowboy hat and the chef's hat here into wizard is it's honestly incredible work. So please go follow this account on Blue Sky. They streamed the whole thing. Apparently, I did not get to see it because it was mostly during my work hours. But yes, go follow them on Twitch and Blue Sky. Astounding work. I could not be more pleased. This is so funny. Also, look at a little dog and little aviator goggles. It's so good. This is some top tier stuff. Anyway, on to more Magic related matters. The second thing is that we got Cloud Midgar Mercenary spoiler, which for people that don't know the stream lore, or I guess my username lore, is in fact the reason that I am named XJ Cloud is because of Cloud Strife. So I was really excited and hoping that Cloud would be a D&T playable card. Hey Jarvis, thanks for the resub. Much appreciated. And lo and behold, they printed a very interesting card that I'm not sure how to evaluate. So I'm gonna spend a little bit at the start of the stream talking about where my head's at with regards to this card in Legacy. Because this card is definitely like not this card is a card that you could put into your D&T deck. Obviously, it's very Stoneforge Mystic adjacent, ETB, tutor and equipment, and if it's equipped, as long as it's equipped, if it or the equipment that's attached to Cloud triggers, it triggers again. So say you attack with the Cloud holding a GT or a Sword of Fire and Ice, GT will get 4 counters, Sword of Fire and Ice will shock draw twice. Or if the equipment gives Cloud an ability, stuff like that. Skull Clamp, you draw 4 cards, really fucked up. Don't really think that's going to happen in a lot of formats. Dual Commander, I guess, is another spot where this card's really nice. You tutor up Skull Clamp. You absolutely put this in like a Felia deck. But I was like literally just on stream on Saturday after we got fucking stomped out of the Legacy Super, and we were playing like a really weird Yorion like stompy deck that was leaning on pre-war Formalware, and I was talking about how I think pre-war Formalware is very, very, very powerful, and like D&T is one of the only decks in Legacy that can really leverage it, and I've been trying to build decks that can, like, building the mono white deck in a way that can help leverage Formalware, because I do think it's really powerful. And then they print Cloud, which is a card that's very, very good with Formalware. Cloud really wants castable equipment, right? Because there's no like cheating into play like Stoneforge Mystic can, so less Phantom Blades and Kaldras and more GTs and Formalwares and, you know, chainsaws, stuff like that. Things that you can cast pretty easily out of your hand afterwards. But specifically for Formalware, when it will attach itself to Cloud as part of Formalware's ETB ability, so when it brings Cloud back, it will be attached and Cloud gets 2 searches, so you just get like insane amounts of value. You don't obviously get 2 Formalware triggers, that would be really fucked up. If you just got like to unearth Cloud and then also unearth a second thing. But you do just get to search 2 equipment, which is just a pile of card advantage. That all being said, it's one of these cards that I always look at and I'm like, I really am interested in trying this in D&T, but it's not solving any problems that D&T really has. Does D&T need another like big pile of value is the question. And the answer is like sometimes Yes, and I tend to underrate cards that are just like a big pile like of value because D&D is already like just such a great value deck that's just grinding everybody into the dirt. That stuff like specifically Felia Overlord was a card that was a synergy that was on my radar, but I was like, am I interested in doing this? Maybe, maybe not, because I don't know how powerful it is. When D&T is already like grinding people into the dust, do you need another like big slow grindy value engine? And that's kind of what Cloud is, right? And Cloud is like secondary copies of Stoneforge Mystic. This is Stoneforge 5 through 8, however many you want to put in your deck. It's going to be worse than Stoneforge Mystic most of the time. It's harder to cast, has a little bit of Caracas synergy, dies to Bowmaster, you know, some give and some take. But as like D&D lists are currently set up, it has almost no value over a Stoneforge Mystic. But with how good Formal Wear is, and especially how good Formal Wear is because there's so little plows in the format, you just want Formal Wear all the time in all your fair matchups. Can you use Cloud as another value engine that's really good in a lot of the fair matchups in such a way that you can kind of just try to support the other unfair matchups better because you don't need to respect the fair matchups as much. So is this a card kind of like how Felia Overlord was just like this unbeatable end game engine that did get added to a lot of the black white D&T decks, regardless of the fact that like, oh, it's just another grindy card, you really need it. Maybe Cloud does something similar, and maybe it doesn't. Maybe Cloud's not playable, but obvious for brand reasons alone, I definitely have to try it, and I also am just interested in trying it because it's a really cool card. Costs double white, maybe bring back mono white, but probably not unless we get a really good mono white equipment. Cloud really likes the chainsaw-shaped equipment, which is unfortunate, because Mono White really lacks that removal spell equipment, and Phantom Blade costs a lot of mana. So I do think that maybe you could build like a big, like 6 to 8 Stoneforge Mystic list with a little bit more robust equipment package. Probably just like a pile of Formal Wares, a chainsaw. You have to bring the G-Day back at that point. You still play Cauldron because it's goes Stoneforge Mystic. Lion Sash, stuff like that, and just use Cloud as this extra like grindy value piece. I haven't like deep dived into all the equipment, but I don't think there's going to be a lot that's more playable out there outside of like, oh, you can play Sword of Fire and Ice again, or you can play the Aether Spark or something. But like, but I will definitely be trying it. I also like in the back of my mind, it's tough for me because I really, really want to make Cloud work, so I don't know how much of it is just like me hoping versus actually reasonable thought process. But like Legacy Hammer is a deck that kind of floated around. There was like one person that was like pretty consistently doing reasonably in challenges and stuff, and I do think this is kind of nuts if you just like play 4 Stoneforge, 4 Cloud, 4 like Pure Steel, 4 Sigardizade or whatever. And like that deck gets supported a lot by Formal Wear, where that deck isn't grindy, right? That deck is a aggro deck that tries to fucking blow you up with a Colossus Hammer. But if that deck gets to go, okay, you've killed my Cloud, Formal Wear back Cloud, get 2 hammers or whatever when you have Pure Steel or Sigardizade, then that suddenly gets like really fucked up, right? So that is also in the back of my mind. Is like, can you make a Legacy Hammer list work? Is just something that I've been kind of curious about. I don't have the highest hopes for that, given that like Modern Hammer is kind of very bad right now. But Modern Hammer is bad for a lot of reasons that like, I mean, I don't pretend like I can follow the pulse of Modern very well, but like Wrath of the Sky is really good against Modern Hammer, and Wrath of the Sky is seeing fairly little play in Legacy, stuff like that. There's Meltdown to be worried about, but Meltdown isn't as much of a blowout because you do have a lot of like just piddly creature guys. JR, would you be more likely to play Cloud if you could tutor him to hand for 1 black mana? What card are we even trying to reference here? I genuinely no clue. Assuming we don't get any new equipment in the set, I expect Cloud is likely going to be a 1 to 2 of Wrist Slash Stinks Chainsaw. You really need the equipment to cast more practically. Like once you form one back Cloud, you don't need another formula. Yeah, that all tracks to me. I think when you form more back a Cloud, you're likely to want to grab like Chainsaw plus GT or something, or like, you know, Chainsaw plus Sash, or maybe like Chainsaw or like GTA plus a value equipment. Maybe there's argument for like playing a sort of Fire and Ice or a Aether Spark at some point, but you don't want to put too many like bad cards in your deck just to try to play Cloud. It's likely that you just play like Chainsaw, Jite, 2 Formal Wear, Lion Sash Culture or something, and you play like 6 Stoneforge, something like that. White Saga deck is probably the most damning thing about it, but they're already built past Pure Steel Paladin. So yeah, exactly. They're already a Pure Steel Paladin deck. I think I was doing a little bit of research about like the Legacy Hammer list. I do think that the only Legacy Hammer player out there was playing like 4 Wasteland, 4 Saga, and you probably just stopped being a Wasteland deck. I don't know. Seems like a little bit loose. If you have a lot of white cards in your deck at that point. But all that is to say, there's a lot of experimenting I do want to do with this card. I'm very excited to try it out. Even if we get like no other exciting cards in Final Fantasy. Which I would be like a little bit surprised if we don't get any good equipment. Because like they're really pushing an equipment sub-theme in a lot of these cards. A lot of them care about equipment, but all of the equipment are just like complete garbage. So I would be surprised if there wasn't like one equipment that they tried to push at least a little bit. Give us like a Buster Sword like that works well with Cloud, something that just like is thematically appropriate. Load bearing Mox Opals. Yeah, I mean it was like we've cast white cards. I guess we never cast white cards in like 60 card D&T back in the day, huh? Back when that was like 24 land, 8 colorless sources, 23 land, 8 colorless sources. Probably gonna have an attack trigger that sucks. Yeah, the problem is that the card that I want is just like a removal spell, but a removal spell doesn't synergize with Cloud, so that's not what it's gonna do. Buster Sword is gonna be busted equipment. Oh god. Also, really fucked up that we don't get Cloud and Address art. They gave us... Can I, like, find it really easily? Just, like, instantly get it? No? They don't have the PTQ promos yet? There's, like, PTQ promos or something, and there is one for Aerith and one for Tifa that are both in, like, the dress arts. And there's no Cloud in the dress art. I think that's just really fucked up, personally. Are we gaming? I mean, I'm gonna game. Probably not in the prelim. The prelim just never fires. Anyway, I think that's everything that I wanted to say about Cloud. I'm excited to try it out. I don't think it's like... My expectations are fairly low in terms of like, I don't think this is breaking D&T wide open. We've solved it. D&T's problems are fixed. Oh, I totally ignored Kataran summons. Kataran summons? Oh, Scryfall does one. Okay, never mind. Tutor a mercenary. Okay, I got it. Masks card for the mercenaries. You got it. No thanks. But yeah, it's a 1 toughness creature, which is unfortunate in the Bowmaster's world, but like it's also not the worst thing to get Bowmastered, right? If you just grab Formal War with it all the time. It doesn't do anything in your unfair matchups. Maybe if we just play like Cloud, Jite, Chainsaw, maybe a sort of Fire and Ice, then you can like tangibly improve the tempo matchups enough that you feel comfortable just like almost full sideboard dedication towards combo decks. Although I'm not even sure what that looks like. This sideboard is already like very dedicated to combo decks. These Rathalos guys are like kind of here for Nadu, and that's about it. So like, what if we take a red list because you want Chainsaw in your Cloud deck, and like we'll change it so that we put Cloud in it? Then like, how does the sideboard realistically change? Because we're already like so heavily incentivized to sideboard for the unfair decks already. Manriki Gusari for the Cloud Mirror. Yeah, when D&T is tier 1, the best deck in the format. We'll play Manriki Gusari. I have registered Manriki Gusari before in my life. Back when GTA was like actually stone unbeatable. Anyway, no Cloud this week or next week or next week or the week after that. It's like 4 weeks from now, I think, is when Final Fantasy comes out. So hopefully by then we'll see some other cool cards, and we'll get some other changes that we can make to the deck. But I think that's like the only card I've seen that's like really interesting. Let me go back. I'll do a quick perusal, but nothing in depth. Chat, shout out any of the legacy playables that you've seen. This is all dog shit. 0 playables? Yeah, that sounds about right. People were talking about, like, Yuffie, you could, like, maybe play in Moonstompy to, like, steal the One Rings and Cauldras, but it seems, like, pretty niche. Brainstorm promo, reprints don't count. New cards. Cards that I would be interested in talking about. Coin of Fate's a cool one. Definitely not. It's not like a legacy card, but it is a cool one. You could like reanimate a creature and become the monarch. It's probably like you put this in Felia Dual Commander because it gets like marginal flicker value as well, and it's like an uncounterable way to have a board presence and card advantage. Very dismissive of the piss man. You gotta put him in his place sometimes. I think that's about it. I was like kind of excited when I saw Job Select. I love equipment that do other things, but they're like pretty weak. Even there was a commander one that also sucked because it was like 4 mana and has like commander text, gives your commander lifelink, whatever. Another card for dual commander Felia. But yeah, I think there's like literally nothing else. People were talking about like killing people in one turn with like Tifa or like and Vivi in different decks. I think those will be pretty niche though. Yeah, I think that's it. I think Fire Magic's maybe a niche sideboard card at some point. People have registered 1 mana pings, but it is your own board as well. But people have also registered 3 mana instant speed Pyroclasms before, so some modality is kind of cool. Phoenix Down would be neat if you could get it off Saga. Yeah, Phoenix Down was a cool one. Oh, here's my disappointed White Mage's Staff. It is a 2/2, and when it attacks, it gains a life. Or you get a 2/1 with flying on your turn. But who knows? There's more. I thought for a second that this was when your opponent casts non-creature spells, it deals some damage, and I was more interested in it for like Black Splash, but you know, it's very bad. I think that's about it. All these other cards are like super old. Alright, let's play some Magic instead. Snort a big maybe for Ruby Storm. We're already gone. We're scraping the bottom of the barrel, huh? We'll sign up for this prelim that's never gonna fire. And just play a league. So I'm gonna play the same list I played in the Super. I don't have a lot of strong opinions about changes. I guess like the second Form War is a card that I always want to add, but maybe Cloud could have like could support like a Micro Splash, but like the distance from Micro Splash to regular size splash is like so small. It's like at the point where you Micro Splash for like Magus and Chainsaw, why are we not like try like what's the what are the upsides of not also trying to cast like Pyroblast? Lands and spells, but my spells are very expensive and my lands are very bad. I feel like people will keep these hands. I feel like I never want to keep these hands in Legacy. I feel like I just want like 2-drops. Okay, well, I was gonna say this hand's way better, and then it suddenly wasn't. But we will still keep this. It's tough because if you get Wastelanded, you want the second Crocus, but I think we're gonna do this and get 2 draw steps towards the second land anyway. Maybe I'm supposed to. I guess maybe I'm supposed to bottom broadside instead of second Caracas. Just like accept that I might need a Lotus Petal myself at some point here. If it's like a combo matchup where I miraculously get to turn 2 but don't hit the line drop, I can at least like cast Thalia. Oh, thank God, we're fine. Probably surveilling for land 3, given we have a red card and we're already very susceptible to Wasteland, but we'll see based on what the opponent's doing. We don't really know what Misty Rainforest entails. Misty Rainforest Go makes me more inclined to think that it's like Sneakage or something. Reanimator, or just Blue Black Tempo. Hand's pretty reasonable versus those. If they leave up 2 mana, we'll cast a Johnny. If they don't, we'll cast Thalia probably. Lotus Petal, Doomsday? Ah, fuck, we're just gonna die, huh? Alright. Sit back, take a break. See how long it takes my opponent to resolve their Doomsday versus Death and Taxes. They're going to 9 here. Cast Thalia into Broadside would be 4 plus 4 is only 8. Assuming that they somehow can't kill me through the somehow can't kill me after I cast Thalia. Get to, you know, take a little break in game 1, round 1. It's the worst part of Doomsday. Just, at least when Oops puts their kill you spell in the stack, you can just concede. During my, if I'm just like playing casually in the league, I will like snap concede in these spots like 100% of the time. Just ain't worth my time. Oh, they're playing Tempo Doomsday. Murktide, Bowmaster, Tamio, giving me a shot at winning a game. So we need them to not kill me. We just milled this. It's actually practice to scoop while they build their pile because you don't give them the chance to play and learn. That's very funny. I'm decreasing the quality of Doomsday players by not letting them build piles. That's honestly very valid. Alright, so now we top deck third land and Solitude in the same card. And they don't kill me this turn. Dog sighting. Take the plow, cool. Cool. Dead. Alright, they got there. Board in these things, and these things, and this thing. We saw Tameo. Tameo's really just not very threatening, though. Cards do I want to cut? Mostly this stuff. We probably cut the chainsaw, honestly. I don't think I'm ever tutoring it. Skyclave, definitely more reasonable because it can hit flips Tameo, which can be a little bit harder to interact with. Hence why you at the very least leave in the 1 for the recruiter bullet. But like, we have the ability to attack it, a bunch of rebs, disruptor flute. I just want to cut all these moms. We don't have a lot of like lights out cards to even protect. Like Thalia's not very good, like not that good against Doomsday to begin with. But getting a Thalia Bowmaster does kind of suck. Maybe we just cut like a Johnny's and a Skyclave. The Johnny's like so slow. Broadside's already so premium at killing your opponent that you don't really need the combo. I mean, I'll keep it and lose. Not really gonna try to mulligan for a better one. We'll just cast turn 1 Dark Ritual Doomsday and we'll move on with our lives. What am I looking for here? Mostly just third land. Definitely not second plow. Cast Thalia, get dazed, forced, bowmastered. Cry a lot. Draw third land. Wasteland plus Stoneforge. Maybe they just can't beat a Thalia. Yeah, I've heard combo decks can never beat this card, so worth a shot. clip? Wait, what clip? I can't tell if you just like made up in your head that a Thalia clip exists or there's a Thalia clip that I don't remember. The Thalia clip that doesn't fucking help. The live one in top 8. Oh yeah, the Thalia clip. Yeah. That okay, gotcha. Yes, combo decks can't beat Thalia confirmed. I totally forgot, but that is on me. Just totally blanked my mind that was like the Thalia clip. Yes, the Drizzoff clip. Cast Ponder. Wow, that worked. I mean, we're just jamming Stoneforge, even if we draw land, I think. Stoneforge Cauldron is really nice. Bombardiers doesn't really do anything right now anyway. Land is nice as well. We'll go get formal wear here, I guess. Oh. I guess. Simply only other one in my deck. Boarded out Sash and Chainsaw. Yeah. Can we have a cloud counter for every time you'd rather have a cloud than Stoneforge? I can't imagine that that's gonna come up a lot. If it comes up a non-zero amount, then I guess. But it's also hard though because Stoneforge and Cloud are such different cards. Like, if you play Cloud and then get your formal wear, they know I. Oh, they don't know I have a Cloud in my hand. Wait, is this just like a ton of damage if I just broadside? Broadside, attack all, Solitude, go away, throw a face, deals them 7. It actually deals them 7 and then they gain 4 because creature goes to graveyard. Bringing in Paraguays is so embarrassing. People love the sideboard jukes. They cannot resist boarding in the sideboard jukes. And the sideboard jukes are like almost exclusively bad against D&D, just every time. Because it's always just a creature sideboard juke for a combo deck. It's the only deck that ever jukes. Anyway, broadside, Solitude, attack all. If they block here, no, I just Solitude this. That they're faced for 7. They go to 8. They gain 4. They go to 12, and they take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's just gotta be broadside, Solitude, pitch Loron. And they're underneath Thalia. I kind of want to wasteland them though. Is it better to Cauldra, Wasteland, Solitude? Is that lethal over 2 turns? Solitude, they would go to 18. I would attack them for 6. There's no shot unless we drew the lands to cast Broadside. So yeah, I think we just Broadside them. Math is hard. I already forgot the number that they're going to end up at. Oh, no, they're not going to gain an extra 1 because I can just do this way. They only gain 3, not 4, and then sack it. Please no kill. I have no plays. I just saw your tweet, Eureka. Appreciated. Getting all your combo buddies to come farm me. You're not even in it. What are you doing? You can't join? Oh yeah, you can't prelim from the Daybreak account. Just prelim from your main account. What are you doing? Cast another Barrowglyph. Animate Dead my Solitude. Wait, why is there an Animate Dead in your deck? What? Excuse me? I think they're dead regardless of choice? No, they're not dead. Reanimator Juke? And Barrowglyph Juke? It's just that easy. It's just that easy. Attack all, block here, throw face, dead. Okay. What is this Animate Dead doing in my opponent's deck? Like, genuinely. Did they board into Entombs and Reanimates and also Barrowglyph? Oh, nice. I can just let first strike damage happen, even. We gotta keep the Thalian, but you never know when if they can cast a spell to gain life for 0 mana. We'll throw the Stoneforge. The Animate Dead your Flicker Wisp, Flicker Animate, Animate your Yorion, Flicker Animate. I have been murdered from Animate Dead my Yorion before. That was because they had, like, another Animate Dead on another thing already, and then they flickered the thing and they Animate Dead, and, you know, the thing is, like, an Archon or some stupid bullshit, and just get absolutely murdered. Oh. What the fuck am I supposed to do? What am I expecting to see? Are they gonna cast Entomb? I don't think I'm playing around Entomb. I think genuinely I can beat, like, an Atraxa from Doomsday if the rest of their deck is, like, a bunch of filler dog shit. Yeah, like, I get it from the decks that are, like, Blue-Black Reanimator that sideboard into Doomsday. That juke is really good against D&T, and I get got by it. But the fucking Doomsday players that board into, like, Reanimates and shit, it's just like, what are we doing here? Your deck is already, like, the best possible matchup. Why are you making your deck worse? I don't think I'm gonna get baited into boarding in Containment Priest. We already have a bunch of Plows and Solitudes. I'm, like, thinking about if I can make room for this Skyclave again. It's good against Barrowglyph, and I guess good against it's okay against Animate Dead? I don't know. Maybe Skyclave's better than the one Wisp. Wisp's better than Skyclave if they steal your thing, which is gotta be what I imagine the only thing that's going to the graveyard unless they're casting Entomb. And I can't believe that they are going to be casting Entomb. I refuse to accept this. Maybe I'm just supposed to board out Trap. Trap's just, like, never... Trap, like, wins you the games that, like, you're actually going to lose, which is the occasion where they go, like, turn 2 cantrip Dark Red Doomsday or something. So I think I'm supposed to still have Trap in my deck. I'm just gonna resubmit and I'm gonna die. They're gonna cast Dark Ritual on turn 1 or whatever. Expending a lot of brain energy on this matchup where I'm just very clearly gonna get murdered anyway. I don't think I'm allowed to keep this on the draw unless I really think my opponent's just trying to get me with the plan. Maybe I do just keep this and I just lose if they cast Doomsday on like turn 1 through 3. Old man, how goes the Cloud yelling? We yelled about Cloud at the beginning of the stream. It was a lot of fun. Turn 1 Ritual and 2 mana may dead. Yeah, then you get him with the Trap. Maybe we just like keep this and just respect my opponent as much as they respected me in game 2. This hand's so fucking bad. Doesn't even have like good removal for a Barrowglaive. If it's good against like Tameo, it has Wasteland. Fuck it. The vibes are off. They're gonna cast Doomsday on turn 1, and my mulligan decision won't matter anyway. It's fine. Cast a Tameo. Come on. Damn. Well, I mean, it's not Doomsday. Shuffle. And then they shuffle this, and then we Wasteland them. Never respect your opponents. True. They did shuffle. Alright. Snapping off the Wasteland. You gotta get your dubs where you can. It's fucking killing the shit out of this Underground Sea. It's gone. They missed. They have no second land. Game's over. We got them. 100%. Guarantee. Damn. Oh shit. Alright, this works. I can play ball here. Alright, hang on. We're gaming. Are you gaming or is the opponent not gaming? That's all you do. That's how you game. You don't let your opponent game. You hit them with the Wasteland, and then they get stuck. Oh, dang it. It's fine. This one will shuffle, too. Easy. Guarantee. Move to discard. Fuck. We draw Wasteland. Alright, well, we tried. I'm wondering if I attack with this Mother of Runes or not. Really wish I had like a Thalia here. I guess part of the question, if I attack with Mother of Runes, is does the Stoneforge resolve? I think I attack with the Mom. We're getting Formal Warrior. My opponent doesn't know that if they kill my Stoneforge and I have to Formal Warrior back, then I won't be able to get anything. If they spend their whole turn casting Orcish Bowmaster on my Mother of Runes, I'm just ecstatic. I get to untap and culture them. Technically Stoneforge first for Dave's stuff. I think I would rather have them not have a Tameo in play than me have a Stoneforge in play. But maybe I'm wrong, because I have this Culture dead in my hand already. But I guess leave myself the option to pay for Daze if I want to. Maybe they don't Daze because I have the Crocus up, and then I can Crocus it. It just is the more technically correct, yeah. The more technically correct play is to leave myself the option and make my opponent make more poor decisions. Yeah, like this. Happy when my opponent casts Orcish Bowmaster. 2-drop. Fuck. Huh. I think I sorcery speed surveil here to try to hit Magus or Thalia. I think those are some of the only cards I would formal war back here. It's placed directly into their quad Paraquip draw. Oh no. It's just kind of awkward that I won't be holding up a Pyroblast, but like it won't be fake holding up a Pyroblast. Ooh, I like that one. Go get a Cauldro. Yeah, we could like pretend to we could leave the plateau up instead to pretend that we have a Pyroblast or something, but I'd rather leave the Crocus up to fend off the Tameo that we know about. It's kind of tempting to tap the Crocus to incentivize them to cast the Tameo again, because I want my opponent to put the keep putting the Tameo in play instead of, you know, casting spells that are scary. Alright, next card we'll draw is just, oh, I guess we know what it is. I was gonna say it'll just be, Broadside Bombarders, but no, it's a Disruptor Flute, which is also a very good draw. What's the consensus on Cloud playable? I think loosely playable, better. It's not gonna revolutionize D&T, but I could see playing some copies to at least try out. Tameo, go. Cast Tameo. Alright, that's fine, I guess. Next turn, we'll probably just hold up Formal Wear Mom and Flute. Maybe even just like slam Flute named Doomsday. I guess you don't necessarily have to slam Flute named Doomsday. You can like wait till they put a Dark Red on the stack, depending on if my opponent hits like second Underground Sea here. I mean, they're going to 7? I guess we don't have lethal, huh? Yeah, we can only deal 5. I mean, we can play Flute, name Bas's Oracle at the very least. Maybe they'll just attack, you know. I'll switch back to red-white. I don't know what D&T variant is the best right now, and I've been enjoying all of them, and I just kind of like red-white. I have fun with it. I like Bombardier's ability to pressure combo decks right now, more than like end-game inevitability. I think Overlord stuff is a little bit slow versus like the Delver deck's getting a little bit faster, which also concerns me. The Core Steel Cutters versions give you less time to like dirtle around. But Thoughtseize is also a really good card, so not like a lock that red white's like the end all be all or anything. Where's the anime dead? They bored the Baragorf's out? Oh no, there it is. There's the Baragorf. But I don't see the anime dead. They could also notably, like, still have, like, lethal here. They didn't miss their land drop or whatever. Alright. All their force wolves are in here, so I think we're pretty locked in on winning this game. I don't foresee a lot of ways that we lose. I think we just play Formalware into Skyclave Bowmaster, attack for 6, put them to 1, or put them to 2, I guess, because they'll block the Orc army. But two builds are probably closest they've had meta-wise since the Johnny Bomb bug got popularized. Yeah, people never liked the red splash. Is the thing. Except during Eternal Weekend, where Red Splash did, like, phenomenally well. But people still weren't on it. People were, like, really loving the Black Splash. So I don't know. Maybe they have a Jace that'll get me. Their plan was to consider and bin the Thoracle, then they also get me. I mean, these are all plans. I don't want to think about these plans. I think I'm just going to slam this flute and just fucking kill him. Is it better to hold up the flute than slam it, maybe? Days. I mean, casting my second spell doesn't actually matter, so we could just cast nothing, attack with both cast nothing. 1 days, 2 days. It's only 2 days, but Doomsday doesn't always play 4 days, does it? Doesn't it sometimes play like 3? Guess I am a little worried if, like, no, there's no way they have, like, they would, like, plan for having a Brazen Bar where, like, attack both, they just stack block here, go to 2, and then borrow this, and I have, like, nothing in play to kill them with. I think I'm overthinking it. I think I slam flute on Thoracle, Skyclave, the Silver Bowmaster attack, and then hope that they don't kill me. Yeah, exactly. Check out of my head. I'm overthinking it. I slam my cards and try to kill them. Kitty, cut it out. Damn it, chat. Force of negation, huh? Guess that's one I could have played around. I wouldn't assume that they would have boarded in Force of Negation versus me, and I didn't see any in the pile. So I think that's a valid one to not respect. We can Elegant Parlor still and try to surveil for Thalia or Broadside Bombardier. Damn. Broadside Bombardier would have been nuts to just mill off the top there. And we'll be done. Hey, dog, can you cut that out? Get out of here. Get. If you scroll up, you'll see me clearly warning about Force Negation. Bet. Sure, and then they can cycle a Street Wraith if they want to. What are you gonna do, ban me? Yeah. I could have, like, guaranteed put them out of Street Wraith by Skyclaving the Orcish Bowmaster instead of Surveilling. I think the Surveil's better. I think the odds that they kill me without a Street Wraith are fairly high, but they Notably didn't have a Street Wraith in the pile, so... Or in the exile, so maybe I'm wrong. Thinking about how to beat Red Elemental Blast here. Discard Thoracle. What would we have just lost? Oh no, just that second Thoracle, right? Because they floated blue and not black or anything. Would have been really funny if we just died to the Unearth, though. Mill Orcish Bowmaster? Did they just put an Orcish Bowmaster? Oh no, they brainstormed it, yeah. Alright, would have been nice to have a Red Elemental Blast there, but I guess can't beat everything. Or can't have everything. That's an unfortunate way to lose, huh? Just like instant win if we just cast the Flute and Upkeep. I think there are valid reasons to not want to Flute and Upkeep. Though, am I ever... Once I saw the line where I Surveil, I don't think I'm ever casting a 3 there. They had mana cast Thoracle through Flute, I think. They had... Didn't they have 2 mana left at the end? Maybe they had 3. Once I saw the line to Surveil, I think I'm never casting a 3-drop, and if that's the case, I can just cast Flute Upkeep. The reason I cast the Flute on my turn is because I wanted to cast a 3-drop, and I obviously didn't want my Flute to get dazed. That seems fine. Yeah, there's a world where they can just brainstorm and they don't have to consider, and they just like try to go for it with a Thoracle. Although no, because they have to crack the LED though. I guess no, they didn't have to consider. Yeah, they can like brainstorm, LED, crack, cycle, cast Thoracle without the consider for 5, and then we still lose. Unless they like really fucked up their pile. Maybe I'm supposed to just hold it up and wait for them to do something. Although it's hard to say, because if they do that, then I'm forced to cast the... I'm forced to cast the Flute in response to the cycle anyway. Yeah, maybe we're just dead regardless. Draw Edge Brainstorm. Yeah, Draw Edge Brainstorm goes to 2 in Library, yeah. Daze my Sash? That's kind of whatever. Ooh, Delver? I'll take some Delver. I'll take Delver dazing me on the draw. Is this Magus gonna do something? And Magus my Delver, put it out of blue? Yeah, maybe we're just dead. Maybe I shouldn't be so bummed about getting Force Negation, because we were just gonna die even if it resolved. Could be Cutter. Yeah, I'm guessing that it's likely Cutter Delver. Can we stop? Kind of fine with this, honestly. Delver having like days off of their 2-mana turn for so many turns is really nice for me to actually like get my shit going. I'd be annoyed about the Force Negation. Feels very I mean, a lot of their sideboard cards are very random. It's hard to predict, right? Like, we got Animate Dead in Game 2. Yeah, but is the Barrogoyf Animate Dead Doomsday list gonna board in Force of Negation? We draw something cool? That's not really that cool. I kind of don't want to play it because I want to, like, Witch Enchanter a Cutter. I think I'm not going to play it this turn. It's unlikely that my cards will get dazed at this anymore this game. So we'll probably cast a 3 to a daze pretty readily. And maybe we draw land 4 and we're able to Witch Enchanter a Cutter. You could play it so you can Flicker Wisp it. Yeah, that's valid. That's fairly valid. I think we will maybe play it for multiple reasons now, but that's definitely one of them. Also, the other reason is we just drew another one. We have a ton of reactive cards in our hand here, which is a little awkward, but can I just cast this Loron? No. It's not going to do anything. I'm never tapping it. Oh, they're not Cutter. They're Seek the Beast. It's a little bit worse for me, honestly. We have so many Cutter answers in our hand. Nice. Powerful Questing Druid. I don't even want to plow this. Because I just want to Skyclave it. And then Flicker Wisp my Skyclave. Best way to unload 1,000 tickets Man Traders once makes you wait like 2 months. I have no good answers for you. I usually just sell to Card Hoarder when their prices are high. Bedtime. He's gone. Thank you for your redemption, Eureka. Delver flip? No, wow. World's worst Delver of Secrets. Why are we upkeep? Oh, because they know their top card. Yeah, that's valid. Alright, that's a little bit better than their last Questing Druid. Yeah, it's for however much you're feeling. 10 minutes is fine. You've seen my top card that I'm going to shuffle away. You've seen my top card that I'm going to shuffle away a second time. Didn't even want to look at your own top card before casting that Ponder. Or, like, cast the Ponder before you cycled those. No, my 5th land! No, my Disenchant that doesn't matter. I kind of, like, don't want to fetch my Surveil land here because I want to hit land 5, but I also want to hit, like, I guess we... These are the tensions of Surveil lands versus Delver. I think, like, almost all my draws are good at this point. I think I'm just supposed to take the draw step. I'm going to untap and I'm going to cast Flicker Wisp target Skyclave, like, not 100% of the time. I think it's not 100. Maybe we draw a better card to cast than Flicker Wisp. Something like Stoneforge or something. I'll probably broadside the Questing Druid next turn. It's a little awkward that I'm giving them a 2-2 that I don't really have a nice clean way to deal with, but kind of want to get a clock going. They might force a Will-O-Wisp. That's also kind of fine. Kind of awkward that their 2-2 can just attack. Rip the prelim? Yeah, I mean, I didn't have any high hopes. But also, we're at 18, so I think I'm kind of fine with them just attacking. Also, if they just do all this pre-combat, I can just block. But I guess not if they just go to combat without playing a land. Can we time out both of them? You gotta pay an extra 10k to time them out, unfortunately. Them's the rules. Oh, there's a cooldown? Can I turn off? Can I, like, reset the cooldown manually? I don't know how that works. We're certainly drawing some good cards here. Am I willing to attack into a daze here? Just like attack with broadside. I know. I just activate the mother runes if they block. I think, and just fully let them unload their like lightning bolts and stuff. I just start getting some clean trades on their cards. They might even just like force will this broadside. The third and the fourth days. Land? Deck? There you are. Alright. We have been dazed 4 times. We can't get dazed anymore. Fair enough. I'm not going to attack because I want to be able to block this Delver of Secrets if it flips. I guess we're Swords to Plowshares-ing this questing druid, huh? This Yorion not being able to get dazed is nice. I have a sneaking suspicion my opponent has the card Lightning Bolt in their hand at this stage of the game. Which is a little bit unfortunate for how I want this turn to go. Am I just allowed to take 7 though? Probably not. What's the best way to do this? Protects block, questing druid, pro green skyclave. I feel like they're. I'm thinking about block everything Mom Protect itself, honestly. Questing Druid on Mom on Questing Druid, Skyclave on Illusion, and Wisp on Insectal Aberration. It's like 1,000,000% guaranteed Lightning Bolt. But I don't know. I kind of want my Wisp to live, is the awkward thing. So I could, like, Skyclave on Druid, Wisp on Insectal Aberration, activate Mom target Aberration, but then I think they just bolt the Wisp. If we spec the bolt, why we let him get a 1-1 off Mom. Wait, what? Yeah, the Wisp sticking around is nice. I could just like realistically, whatever you activate Mom, I was getting bolted. That's good for me though. If I just like if the Skyclave just gets bolted and I get to like plow the Questing Druid and add more to the board. Triple block and let damage happen? That seems kind of wild. Then they just have the bolt. I think I'd rather just... Let's move the blocks so I can at least, like... I think activating here is the same as is better. Activating targeting itself is better than not activating for bolt in terms of bolt's sake. If I activate here and they bolt the wisp, it's like maybe bad for me. I guess. I think this block kind of sucks a little bit. Especially with Yorion in my hand and them having 2 creatures in play that I want to, like, exile with Skyclave. I think I want to do this and activate targeting itself. And then they probably bolt the wisp. I'm going to target itself. No protect is kind of interesting because it makes sure that this trade goes off. Heat the mom, sure. That's a good one. You force that and not the plow? Wow, that's kind of surprising. I was kind of expecting force on plow there. Play around the 5th days. Tempting. I think we go to 10 here. 10 feels a little bit low. But I still don't like trading here, because as soon as we draw a land, we get to Yorion this and kill the Dragon's Race Channeler rather than having to plow it and dying to Murktide Regent. Mystic Sanctuary 3rd days back. Bolt my Skyclave. I guess that makes sense. I guess that's maybe a reason to trade, huh? Is that I might not get another chance to trade? Uh-oh. Wow, we're getting fucking aggroed the fuck out. Alright. I think we just slam Yorion here. Versus 0 cards in hand. Yeah, we could, like, plow plus play Loran to, like, trade more efficiently and only take, like, 4 instead of 6. But I think I just want to start eating their stuff. Don't block with the bomb, they have heat. Oh, thanks. Slam Yorion, block the Delver, because the DRC has to kill it. Maybe I actually block the DRC, because I think they're just going to try to cross the finish line by attacking over and over and over again anyway. We're not in bolt range, but we are close to guaranteed to be in bolt range, actually. Unless we draw something like Stoneforge would be pretty nuts. Yeah, they attack all. I think I want to block here because I think they're just going to attack all like every turn. And I'd rather just not let them have more surveils. But it is kind of tempting to block the Insectal Aberration and then block. Murktide. Shocked. Ooh. That's a good one. That means I get to stay above 3 life. That's pretty big. Yeah, this is kind of the downside of that play, is that I don't get to kill an Acceptable Aberration for free now. Thinking about picking this up. Casting the Plow plays around Force of Negation that we didn't play around last game. We're drawing totally blind. I think I'm gonna take one draw step. We have like a shitty thing to fuck. The Force of Negation trough is it's very real. I might just pick up and recast. I'm not actually sure. I don't think I'm winning this game by attacking anytime soon. One card in hand. You can do Mungara tricks with Floron. Yeah, you tap, pick it up, and then only you draw the card. I don't know, man. Stoneforge is nice. Gaining life is also nice. I would definitely get Stoneforge over Bombardiers. I guess Bombardiers flips a Johnny. Stoneforge also flips a Johnny because it gets 4 more, and 4 more picks up Bombardier to flip a Johnny. My opponent has only 24 cards left in their deck, and they've only cast 1 Lightning Bolt, which is a terrifying prospect. I think I'm getting Solitude. But they're at 30 life. I think there's pretty reasonable odds. Maybe this is playing scared. I don't know. I should start attacking. I'm gonna attack with the cat token and my vigilance thing, I guess. Johnny kills in like half a turn. That's objectively not true. I'm not even that confident it would kill in 2 turns. Also, they could just block my only red card and kill it if they really wanted to. Four has 4 more. Yeah, that's true. We could pick off the Insect Aberration and only have 3. Fair enough. It's fine. This card will just be Stoneforge Mystic. Oh, that's also fine. The question is, when am I supposed to cast this? They exiled Volcanic Island Dragon's Rage Channeler. I think I just cast the Solitude now. It's a little risky because I am like tapping out to dead to like bolt exactly this turn, but I have to be dead to bolt at some point because I can't just hold up like the Solitude forever. They're trying to play around Days. Guys, enough with the day's jokes. Wow, I was like burning through my clock in game 1, huh? It's been a real tough game. It's fine, I can play pretty fast for a stealther. DRC? I think they milled their trop. Yeah. Oh shit. That's pretty nuts. Maybe they force a will and I'll cry about it a little bit. Yeah, it's fine. Oh, I was supposed to plow the 2-2. Whoops. Yeah, it's fine. No, we just win. No, my Caracas! I'll pick up a Johnny. That thing has to attack into my Yorion next turn. Yeah, sure. Oh, damn, punished. No, fuck it, I'll just get broadside. We're just trying to close this game. We're at 7 life, so we are in, like, garbage time. Murktide reaching to save your DRC. If we draw a land, it's just, like, super game over. I'm just gonna plow the Murktide. The Bombardier will at least clean up the DRC if I don't draw the land. Ponder into 3 lightning bolts. No, my guy. Opponent really running down my clock. Is this lethal? I hope it is. There we go. It is exactly lethal. They didn't have to fetch. Alright, we take those. Dazed 4 times. Wait, what did I do? What the hell am I doing? 9 minutes is basically infinite minutes. I almost like want Magus a little bit, and then it never actually works out the way you want it to. Laurent, you mean the card I already cut? Fucking idiot. Got him. Get wrecked, toast. Alright, we're moving a little bit autopilot-y, especially in game 2 here. Because game 2 does not... If game 2 starts going south, we just snap concede. Oh, this hand's good, though. for? Nice Delver nerd. Plow DRC. Say go. Sure. Almost want to plow in response, but don't have good food for the Bomba. Flipped off Force of Will, huh? Dang, they did have second days. Opponent is really good at dazing me. Merked out with force backup? No. Ooh. Take those. Unfortunately, this is just, yeah, this is kind of bait. I think I will plow this here. If they have third days, they really want it more than me. They didn't force either. There's no way they daze this. They didn't. Murktide Regent. Now this is a disaster. Because now I don't have the ability to beat this Force of Will if their last cards are Force of Will blue card. Unless our top card is Sword Splashers. It's not. I'm gonna cast in response here. Nice. Oh, shit. Hey, cut it out. Cut it out. I'm timing out, Moto. Moto trying to throw for me. Two cards in. One of them is Force. So maybe I should have actually cast Yori on there first. There's the Force, sure. Force Pitch Hydroblast, deal. Nice, no flip, let's go. Nice, Lion Sash, let's go. Unfortunate that this card takes 100 years to activate. don't think I'm fetching. Hey, we did it. Look at that. See, 3 minutes to win that game, too. You just gotta lock in. I'm running to the bathroom real quick. It's a really stressful game. It's important to not eat Solitude or Yorion until you've eaten all your lands, you know, because of all the ways we get them back. Hey, no, yeah, I much more reasonable to consider in, the Black White version with Overlord, but... And, if you have Emperor of Bones and stuff. But yeah, I'm gonna run to the bathroom, be right back. Should we do the giveaway now? What do you think, chat? Yes? Giveaway? Giveaway. Let's just do lock-in. Type lock-in in the chat to get your chance at 120 play points, courtesy of Daybreak Games. I will end the giveaway at some point after I get back. Everybody in chat, feel free to lock in while I'm gone. Oops. Hit the mic, sorry. Why do we even bother with these rigged giveaways? We all know Toast is gonna win. Yeah, I rig them specifically so my good friend Toast always wins the giveaways.
Wait, Toast won the giveaway?
No.
Oh,
We haven't concluded the giveaway yet. I'll leave it running for like game 1 and then forget about it and then end it after the...
More importantly, long stream or short stream?
We got 3 more matches.
Okay, that's enough time for you. Unless, wait, how fast are your matches today?
Pretty slow. That one was a real slog.
Alright.
The one before that wasn't that fast either. Just gotta time them out right before it starts. I think that's happened before. No, she came in asking if Toast won, not if Toast lost. Oh god, is this oops all spells? I hope not. Well, so much for the slow games. Classic Elegant Parlor hand. I'm gonna keep it anyway. If my opponent is in fact on oops, then none of my hands are good. Oh god. Watching my opponent bowl to 4. It's so over. If you time out everyone, you auto win. I don't think. I think you missed your. I think you have to time out everyone right as I'm about to start the giveaway. We did it. We won the game one versus Oops All Spells. We fucking did it. I don't. Do we just like board as if they're Oops All Spells? It's just we gotta, right? What if we just board for Oops? Just always board in Leyline Mindbreak when your opponent mulls to 4 and then concedes instead of starting the game. You boarded Rebs versus Oops? Not with this build, right? Because Memory's Journey would just never matter. You would if you had like Fairy Macabres and you were trying to beat Memory's Journey. But I don't think Reb actually does anything here. Except for like beating the hardcast Thassa's Oracle line to beat Leyline of the Void. But that like never happens anymore, right? It's like literally, oh, it's like almost impossible. That was only really a thing when they were people were playing like blue-black Oops. Board for turn one combo and stumble through a grind. Yeah, I mean, Leyline of the Void, if they're just like Delvers had a bad day, you have Leylines, it's not the end of the world. What am I doing? Playing against Oops All Spells? Wait, no, we gotta get the foil of Johnny in here. Did the ring thing happen yet? Nope, still going. It'll be going until the end of this match, probably. Or until I remember. Wait, hang on. Hang on. What the fuck am I doing, chat? What the hell am I doing? There we go. We figured it out. Much better. So you agree it's rigged? Look, it's as rigged as you want it to be. I seem to recall you said after game one. Yeah, I said after game one, or I'll forget about it and then I'll do it at the end of the match. Also, there was no game one. We're gonna fucking get them. There's what they pivoted to Barrow Wave. That's why we have the one copy of Solitude. The ideal number of ley lines, because it's even worse when you get Force of Figured. No, they're not! Are they like Doomsday or something? Do they get me? What is Misty? Oh, are they like, I don't know, Sneak and Show? I mean, this is still a pretty functional hand versus most combo decks. Omni doesn't play Pedal, do they? Omni's usually like the slower version. They have a Yorion JR? I have a Yorion. This is mine. Are you blind? Yeah, it definitely feels like show and tell. I mean, we got Mom Thalia. Blank pieces of cardboard. Who knows? Maybe the Leylines get them. What the fuck is happening? Is it Blue-Black Reanimator and we did get them? These Leylines are just actively great? What? Alright, well, I guess we... Please just put in like an Emrakul. It'll be so funny when we have Caracas. There's no reason to put in anything besides Thalia here. Oh, damn it. No, my Solitudes and... This is just Blue-Black Reanimator, right? Just with the Show and Tell juke? We want to keep this because we want to top deck the one Solitude in our deck. It's like our only out here. Yeah, this feels just like it's Boomer Reanimator with Lotus Petal, Show and Tell. God, what if we were actually really close to the... So we could... No, because we can't draw the third land and have a white card left over. Oh no, we can. We can pick up our Thalia and then discard it. And then draw the third land. And we still die, but we know Red Blast is good now at least. Yeah, true. They did us the courtesy of Super Game ones. We got a draw step here before they counter my Recruiter of the Guard. Gonna fish for some info here. I don't think we're actually fishing for any info. I think they're just Blue Black Reanimator with Show and Tell. And, like, we actually kept a pretty reasonable hand. But we got a sideboard very differently. Okay, they are in fact Blue Black Reanimator. Thank you for confirming my suspicions. Damn. They really didn't need to cast that Reanimate. Alright, so now we're gonna sideboard a touch differently. I don't think I want these. Probably don't want this. Good draw. Someone say the best. Think I'm not really wanting Calder in this matchup. I think I shave a Johnny's now? Something like this? This looks fairly solid. Broadside's a little low on food, but you mostly want Broadside to like punish going low on like reanimates and stuff. We haven't actually rolled them out, them being oops, and they boarded in all those lands. Yeah, it's between shaving Moms and shaving Johnny's, I think. Yeah, Broadside's better with a Johnny's in the deck. Mom's a little bit better with like Stone. I think I like Mom a little bit more because Broadside's not really the plan. As much as something like Thalia or like Stoneforge for Sash. Wow, that's an unfortunate hand. I think I would keep this with a regular land. But we also have ley lines to mulligan towards, so. Oh, fuck, there's a Mindbreak Trap in my deck still. Whoops. I guess it's fine. They had Lotus Petal. They probably have Dark Grit. I'm gonna keep this. I could bottom the trap, but maybe I shouldn't. Is this bad? Am I like baiting myself? Am I supposed to bottom this trap instead of bottoming the third land? Perhaps. It seems sus. It definitely feels a little bit sus. But they did also cast Lotus Petal, and they probably do have Dark Ritual in their deck. How much do I like... Yeah. This hand, the way this hand loses is my opponent casts 3 spells on turn 1, so... Trap is nice because it's a free discard to their turn 2 Archon. I think this hand loses if you want to cast 3 spells in general. That's, like, very not true, right? Do I want to play around Daze? I think I do. I think I'm happy holding up a Red Elemental Blast this turn. And getting the rev makes the trap better. I suppose that is kind of true, right? Yeah, I mean, it's not a great hand, but it's fine. We get a bunch of draw steps, ideally. Most of the cards in our deck are good. I think I'm just going to blast this. I don't think I'm, like, going to cook this for a show and tell or something. Especially with Thalia in my hand that's coming into play next turn. I don't want to like have to hold up 2 mana all the time. Now I need them to cast Lotus Petal or Dark Ritual. Dang. Do I trap a Petal? They just like cast Lotus Petal here. I probably would. Because there's not, they wouldn't cast another spell after that. I just cash in my Mindbreak Trap. We're at 2 spells cast and it isn't looking good for us. And then we're about to cast a Thalia. Famously a card that lets my opponent cast multiple spells in a turn. Oh, we did it. Look at that. Look at that fucking sick-ass Mindbreak Trap. Traded 1 for 1, baby. And now we will top deck... I don't even know what a good top deck is. -1 mana, and then we Thalia, and we draw Wasteland. Whatever, alright. Stoneforge. Yeah, Stoneforge would be a pretty good one. Yeah, that one sucks. I don't think I'm attacking with Mother of Runes here. For all I know, there are fucking Orcish Masters in there. Probably not, if they're on like show and tells. Playing around your last round opponent and giving this one a daze. We got dazed so many fucking times. You're gonna reanimate my mom? Oh, Dothy, sure. That's fine. Oh yeah, lock-in giveaway is still going until maybe the end of this game. We'll see. We'll see when the giveaway ends. It's not very good. They're telling me to lock in. Oh shit, my bad. The next question is, do I add Yorion to my hand here? I don't think I do. Get like kinda punished for like Thoughtseize plus reanimate shit. I think with the Vial ticking up and me having 0 cards in hand, I can just afford to wait. I mean, I need a clock, but I'm not putting it in play until the Vial's on 5 anyway. The punish is if I draw Thoughtseize plus reanimate, not a legal line. Yeah, I mean, certainly not. Certainly not like cast the Yorion off the Dothy and animate dead the Doth. That doesn't work. They would need a couple of turns. Do they play rule spells at all? I don't know. Their deck is a mystery to me, right? They have like Lotus Petal, Show and Tell, Blue Black Reanimator. They could have anything. They could have Snuff Out, Fatal Push, Orcish Bowmaster, Brazen Borrower. I don't know. Anyway, I think I'm gonna wait on the Yorion. Yeah, now they're just reanimating my Mother of Runes, sure. Goodbye, Toast. Oh, thank you. Ooh, that one sucks. Let's not draw that one, huh? That one sucks. Let's... How do we time out Eric? We can't time out Eric. He's a great guy. I would never. keep this one in my hand for probably not Aether Vial Psych Out purposes on 4, but maybe like Thoughtseize Psych Outs. Maybe they like smell there's a Solitude or something and try to Thoughtseize it. Thoughts on Anduril in Cloud? Oh god, you're gonna have to like exclamation point card that one, but I have to imagine. Are they? They're playing my land. They can't fetch. What? Are they? What's happening? They can't stop it. So do what you want, I guess. Does this fetch anything in your deck? This doesn't. There's no way this is. You just like lose your Dothy just to shuffle off the Brainstorm. Wouldn't you also cast the Brainstorm first because you don't know if you're gonna lock yourself? What is? What was the? Do they? Maybe they have like a Volk or something. I don't know. I don't think this would be a play if you just if this Mesa hits nothing. But you should always cast the Brainstorm before you make this choice. Sorry, I got a little sidetracked. To answer your question, Carlo, I imagine the cuter looking the card is with Cloud, the less you actually want to put it in your deck. Like things you probably don't want to play bad cards just because they're good with Cloud. But I don't know the full line of text on Anduril, if I'm being honest. If my opponent attacks, do I block? No. Oh shit, this costs 2. Yeah, not worth it. I guess now that this clock's out of play, maybe I can just fetch. Equipped creature gets +3/+1. When a equipped creature attacks, you get 2 1/1s. If it's legendary, you get 2 that are tapped and attacking. Wait, oh, they're tapped and attacking instead of just R1/1s. Have we just ripped like 3 lands off the top in a vial after Thalia? Maybe. You know, it happens from time to time. I don't think that card is very good. I think it's worse than just equipping Sword of Fire and Ice in most instances. Oh, opponent said sorry, mistake. Okay, this makes more sense now. Maybe they thought that they could fetch a land off of it. It definitely looks like it's in the too cute territory if you're like attacking and connecting with your Cloud and making 4 1/1s, and then also your Cloud is alive, and then your tokens all get to untap and you're not dead to the 20/20 or like the 8/8 Murktide or anything. You'd rather just get like double shock draw 2 if you're like, and have pro Delver colors if we're living that world. Oh, the mistake was not blocking here, right? That block was free. I just like do a dumb attack. Didn't get punished. Kate 2, thanks for the Prime sub, appreciated. Ooh, it's a pretty good one. Do I just get like Solitude? Something for the vial. Guess it's likely not to resolve, so let's just cast it pre-combat, see what happens. they force, we just attack with Yorion and say go. They don't force. I think I'm just gonna grab Solitude. Although Solitude isn't very good versus this Mother of Runes, huh? Sash is not online this turn, so I'm not that interested in it. Their ability to reanimate cards is like fairly low as well. Could just get Priest. Priest is like really bad into Daze, but it would potentially prevent a reanimate turn. And if they don't have it exactly this turn, then I can vial it in next turn. Get Cloud. At that point, I could just Broadside and kill them, but I guess Broadside's counterable. I think I just want... Yeah, I guess I don't really want... If I get another Mom... Chat's full of great ideas today, huh? I think I'm just getting Containment Priest. It plays around the most things. Because their only reanimation effect costs 3 mana through the Thalia. So there's a chance I could also cast Containment Priest. They do have Bowmaster, sure. Maybe they have second Bowmaster here. Targeting my face. Man, I'm gonna get owned when my opponent fucking casts Echo the Aeons this turn. Do I just cast the Priest now? I'm tapped out. Might as well. I don't think my Vials are doing a lot. Get more things in play to try to lethal them next turn. If I attack all, it's not lethal. They're at 2. They have 3 blockers. They would go to 1. Draw a Bomba. That one's not bad as far as cards go. Two life. What is about to happen to me? Petty Theft, my Containment Priest. I have a Vial on 2. Yeah, get your last lock-ins, because I think this match is ending in a second, and we'll finish the giveaway. Okay, they're just dead. We did it! Weird. That game kind of took a weird turn, but we take those. Get your last lock-ins locked in. And we'll end the giveaway. Lockout. Lockout Toast from entering. Toast already entered. I assume that the bot doesn't kick him out when he gets timed out. But yes, everyone get your last lock-ins here. I'm going to take the title off before I forget. It should. Yeah, we'll re-roll it if it hits Toast. Fuck, it's actually Toast. Alright, hang on, we gotta re-roll this. No one saw this. No one saw it. No one saw it. Toast is gone. Toast banned. Alright, hang on. Re-roll, re-roll, re-roll. Well, it's unfortunate that Toast can't say anything in chat to get his 120 play points. We'll just have to give it to Mangork instead. Speak now or forever hold your peace. No, banning toast is just a meme in the chat, Carl. Don't worry about it. Kind of convenient. Have you really never won one in my chat before? I feel like you have. Let me check if I've ever whispered you. Eureka. It doesn't look like I actually have. Oh no, Toast got untimed out at the worst possible moment. 10k well spent. Alright, Mangork. Here's your play points. We can't give play points to Toast in this. Alright. And we continue onward. With nothing wrong, everything right in chat. You're taking all the hats off my frogs? You don't even... You live half a country away. You're gonna go onto that picture and scribble them out? Still thinking about the stealing the Aaron Mesa? Yeah, I don't know what that was about. That game would have been a little bit harder if my opponent had an unblockable 3-2 and played the whole time. Would have been closer to dying, certainly. This hand doesn't seem very good. This hand also doesn't seem very good, but it's a 6, so we'll keep bottom Flooded Strand. Probably fetch Surveils, but if my opponent's a Wasteland deck, we might fetch like Plains Mountain. I guess. Then we bottom Prismatic Vista. We have the Mountain in hand, so the Flooded Strand's just always better. Although this is also just a Flooded Strand because we also have the Mountain in hand, huh? Thinking a lot about a decision that really doesn't matter. Gonna teach Dog how to log into my MTGO. This seems really tough. Delta Island Ponder, huh? Well, it feels like I'm fetching Surveil and then just casting Thalia. But what am I looking for? I don't know what's going on here. Combo deck, it feels like. Could be Sneak, could be Reanimator. Could be a tempo deck, even. We don't know for certain. Guess that makes me a little inclined to not Surveil. What am I milling? A land, I guess. But if I hit, like, Swords of Plowshares, am I supposed to mill this? I think I am, because I don't think Solitude's actually good against Show and Tell. It's okay versus Reanimator. On my Molda 6, it's not very good versus Tempo either. I don't really want. I'm going to be casting the Thalia. If I knew my opponent was on Tempo, like I don't cast the Thalia into the Bowmaster and I keep it as a pitch card for the Solitude. I think I am going to mill this. It's crazy. They can reanimate my Solitude and kill my Thalia. That would kind of suck. Surely this Thalia will just go the distance. Like the time we Mindbreak trapped the opponent's Lotus Petal. Bowmaster? Strix. Just Grixis control? I'm wasteland the shit out of this Badlands. Yeah, the James Casau pile. I've never played around a single card in that list in my life because there's just like 17 one-ofs. Am I supposed to plow this Baleful Strix? Probably just for mana efficiency's sake. Could be like Red Splash Tempo, but I don't think they played Strix. Especially not main deck. Okay, yeah, it's definitely just the James Cassell list. Are there like better plow targets in this deck? I feel like no, not really. Something's gonna have to deal with this eventually. I don't want to get like Kaito down the line anyway. We have a Skyclave for something else. What of Barrow Wave, sure. Sure, I'm glad I milled that Solitude. Not a card that I really want in my hand. Not a card I really want in my hand either, but maybe this Thalia dies. Gotta save life with the Nimble Obstructionist. Yeah. I'm gonna get this Arid Mesa nimbly obstructed. I'll be real sad about it. Ooh, no land. And they bolted my Thalia, so I can cast the other Thalia. Exciting. Surveil. Now we want to look for, like, value spells. Like Johnny, Stoneforge, not land. Not plow. Deck chill. Force? I mean, you missed your land drop. Yeah. We take those. Unfortunately, my draw steps have not been kind to me for this matchup in specific. But trading a Thalia for a Force in this matchup is really nice. Desperately hoping my opponent casts something Skyclaveable. I will fetch my basic planes here. Not that my Maguses are going to be that good. Am I supposed to wait on that Yorion hand? Alright. Do I just plow this, or do I Skyclave this? I don't love Skyclaving this. Skyclave's a nice answer to, like, scary random Planeswalkers, and also I don't want to, like, give them a 3-3 in this awkward early state. Also, we just drew a Johnny, so that's just much better for the mana. Although, this file ticking up. Maybe they force it and I have to cast Skyclave. Works for me. Yeah, save Skyclave for the Kaitos, or play around the second Force Soul. Alright, you get a 3-3. Marginally nuisance. Not a very good draw. Not really incentivized to block with the Johnny token here. If they, presuming that they attack, yeah. Their deck has so much removal that, like, trying to flip it seems loose. Oh, they're Kaitoing the illusion? That's actually really bad for them. But it is a card that I could have, like, thought about a little bit more. I mean, they could, like, plus... I guess it starts at 4. It's not the end of the world. They get some value. Maybe they have a third Lightning Bolt. But we have at least a little bit of pressure for the Kaito. And they killed off their 3-3, which is nice. Why didn't they just cast it? Keep their 3-3 around? I guess because they have Bolt? This is a very value-driven matchup, and just, like, tossing your 3-3 in the garbage can seems a little loose to me. we stop drawing? I mean, the Swords of Plowshares have been pretty good, but I would also like to not keep drawing them. No bolt. Alright. Hit me for another 3, draw another card. Thoughtseize would be unfortunate. But we were a little ways away from casting Yorion. 5th land would have been way nicer than... Reanimate my Solitude, yeah. This is what I'm talking about when you, like, can't really play around cards out of Grixis. Just could be anything. I mean, I'm gonna plow the Solitude here and then try to attack the Kaito. Draw Flicker Wiz. Get a Solitude for free would be nice. Top on Kaito, huh? Well. Doesn't seem very good for me. I think I'm gonna die to this Kaito, huh? Draw Stoneforge Mystic would be pretty nuts. I don't think I'm allowed to keep a file on 3. Jesus. Alright, well, plow Murktide Regent, I guess. Keeping Vial on 3 would be nice because of recruiter stuff that we could do. But I think I just have to take this Vial up for Yorion if I have any shot at winning this game. Plus, we'll just draw Stoneforge here and be fine. Stoneforge here would just be the actual nuts. I'll also accept just drawing the 4 more. I won't be greedy, I guess. First 1 card in hand. I think we just have to cast the Yorion here. At 11 life, especially. We are just kind of getting browned. Dang. Worth a shot. Own and control, yeah. Some obscure black removal spell that's going to kill my Yorion. Maybe Shoot the Sheriff, perhaps? Shield Druid, sure, yeah. That's another eligible. 3, 6, 9, 3, 6, 7, 8. Now we're dead. No, we still draw Recruiter or Stoneforge. Jeez, those are some good leftovers to have. Woodrow J. McClure, thanks for the follow, appreciated. Is not gonna do it. We are technically alive, but like... Alright. I think that's it. Seems fine. Maybe we want Chainsaw for all the random fucking creatures in there. I guess we can cut the Loron pretty readily. All it does is tag Strix. Probably just a shave Thalia's matchup. These Maguses aren't that good. Opponent like very aggressively fetches out basics. Maybe something like that. Yeah, our draw steps didn't really line up very well. We had like a weird Moldasix at the start too, and drew a bunch of. The removal did end up lining up pretty reasonably, but we also just kind of drew a bunch of removal and not enough of the value cards. Recruiters, Stoneforges. I think this matchup is largely like very, very good, but obviously still certainly losable. The red splash also does grind worse than like the black splash. If we had overlords, this matchup becomes like nuts. Sand is fine. Yeah, Grixis just really lacks any of like the big end game power of a card like Yorion. You have like some value cards, but it's definitely not in the same vein. I don't think this blast is really being held up for anything in specific. Like, I'm not going to hold it up to blast a turn 2 Baleful Strix, I don't think. I think it's mostly just a card to hit Kaito with. I'm just like deciding whether or not I want to play Elegant Parlor here or hold up Reb. I guess I probably would blast a Strix here, huh? We have a Kaito answer. Just like blasting a 2-for-1. And we can just like fetch an Elegant Parlor here and then probably just play another Elegant Parlor next turn. Or if we draw 3 drop to cast, we can cast it. Or Tamio. Yeah, we'd plow a Tamio. I think I'll hold it up because I think I would blast if Baleful Strix. If I didn't have Skyclave in my hand, I wouldn't. Yeah, I'm definitely not fucking blasting a Ponder. Or just surveil for action pieces. Recruiter, Stoneforge, Formal Wear. Yeah, play 2 Parlors. And man, I think I want this. I think last is just good. We have time to draw other stuff. We have Skyclave if there's like a weird fucking non-blue value thing. If my opponent just casts a Sorin, whatever. Or whatever other weird value card my opponents decide to put in their deck. I guess I should probably just pop Yori in my hand, huh? They thought sees me, they thought sees me. I really think I need like double blast up. I guess if I blast stock up and they force the blast and then resolve their stock up, not the greatest trade for me. And we probably have turns down the road to cast Yorion. Okay. I'm just gonna Skyclave that. So I get a 1/1 if it dies. Kind of nice little value. We have blasts for other stuff. Oh, I could formal wear Skyclave it. Holy shit. I think I'm actually just going to do that. Gets the formal wear in play for the Yorion later. Gonna get blown out by a fucking cling to dust or some shit. I'll cry a lot if we get cling to dusted. Don't underestimate the amount of time I will cry. No, cut it out. Get your basic island. No, stop it. Yeah, I do still have swords. It would be like fine, but god damn it. All right, fine. Not even letting me target first. Hydro my Reb. Yeah, I mean, Kling's been like historically a card that you wanted against D&T because it's just a card that will inevitably be a 2+ for 1. Murktide Regent. You got it. Man, it'd be really nice if I had a card in my graveyard. They're at 20. I don't cast this Yorion. I kind of want to cast this Skyclave a little bit, but that also seems like kind of insane. I think I just wait. My opponent also only has like 2-3 cards in hand. We're sitting pretty like similarly comfortable here. I will Skyclave like the first thing that moves. Life would be a lot better if I had Skyclaved instead of Formal Word on that turn, huh? I don't know. Hard to play around everything, right? Formal Word is a much better card to have in play to set up for the Yorion in the future. We had like blast protection, so it couldn't just get force willed. Alright. Recently learned that Karn Silex is good against D&T. I mean, it's a Wrath. Yeah, it seems pretty good against D&T. Blow up all their shit if you're playing like Cloud Post. Alright. Not blasting Brainstorms. Blasting like Kaitos or Stock Ups. Or Murktide Regent. Notably, they did exile their Clean to Dust, which is really nice for me. Makes my form more safe in the future. I don't want to blast this because I want to Skyclave it. My Skyclave will die, but then we finally have something to form more. Fine, we'll Solitude it instead of Skyclaving it, and we won't have a thing to Formalware. Twist my arm, deck. Casting it now, so play around Hardcast Force of Will. D&T. Yeah, D&T is absolutely a controlled. Oh, I guess you're asking specifically the chatters. It's like been a controlled deck since Yorion happened. Solitude dies to something. Bolt. Shielder's Edict. Yeah. Thank God. Thank the Lord. We drew a good card. I will Red Elemental Blast your... I think I just, like, Stoneforge Cauldra here? Can't... I guess, no, we Flicker Wisp. We Flicker Wisp Recruiter while the shields are down. Gets a Flicker Wisp in play, too, which is better if it dies for the Formalware. But we extract our Wisp value while we can, then we go to Stoneforge. Alright, yeah, we're living the dream. No, my Yorion! We're not living the dream! Oh. Interesting. I assume they have, like, a counter for the Yorion, and it costs more mana? Maybe another force? Yeah, they're only down 2 forces. Gonna nimble my... Oh, no. We're just absolutely gonna get our fucking Yorion triggered nimble obstructionist. I mean, I guess I'll probably, like, target minimally. Could be consigned, too, yeah. Do gotta play it a little carefully. We'll see what dies. Probably just Flicker the Formalware, and the Formalware will then get killed, but then we'll have a 4-5. Kolaghan's Command, kill my Formalware and my Recruiter? Yeah, well, maybe I should stop saying shit, huh? Oh, never mind. Keep saying shit. They're at 19. We're not even close to bombing them. This would be a good spot to have a second pre-war Formalware in my deck, huh? I'll have to settle the first Stoneforge Mystic, I guess. You got a Bolt? Thinking about it. Or Recruiter value. Stoneforge, cast Stoneforge, get Caldra's pretty nice. We have 7 mana. Yeah, never mind. Stoneforge is great. Just fucking casting this bad boy if my Stoneforge dies. Cauldra is famously extremely hard for Grixis to answer. Thoughtseize number 2. I mean, yeah, then we have Yorion, right? They have 2 cards in hand. If they have, like, Thoughtseize Consign, we're still ahead. famously. I mean, I guess maybe not famously, but it was the card that there was like a. I feel like there was like a really small overlap where I was like running into Grix's control. Bowmaster, the Flicker was sure. Oh, Edict, my token. Okay, sure. Also. Oh, they have no cards in hand. Okay, yeah, we just fuck them up. You're dead. GG. Good game. Valiant effort, but you have lost. Yeah. Classic turn 12. Alright, cast Yorion, draw 3 cards. Why'd they exile their Unclean with Merc again? I don't know. Definitely would have been better for them if they hadn't, but maybe they were just trying to, like, aggro me down. They are. The pressure is on them to win the game, or, like, produce an unchecked card advantage, like, value engine. So... but I do think it was probably not correct for them. I feel like a 7/7 is about as good at killing me as an 8/8 is. It'll still kill me in 3 hits like every time. I don't think I was at like exactly 16 at that point. If I was, then maybe there's probably a pretty good argument for 8/8. Kling does also grow the Merc. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, taxes, like, since Yorion has been the control of the control deck. The ways that D&T loses to control decks nowadays is unchecked card advantage engines. Like, sometimes you'll lose to the Beans players if they get their Beans out too early and, like, get enough triggers off of it. You lose to, like, 4th Aerolingus for a million, hard to interact with, end game, like, cast on turn 12 stuff. You lost to, like, Entreat the Angels was the way you actually lost to Miracles and stuff. If you're just, like, trading 1-for-1s or 2-for-1s with your opponent, then D&T is, like, massively favored nowadays. I think we're just running it back. Pretty happy with how we sideboarded. Magus didn't really feel that appealing. Thalia is also not very appealing. Yeah, thankfully 4th is really bad right now. Although, Mick Winsauce got, like, top 4 in the Super with, like, really fucked up beans that I don't want to play against as D&T. It was like 5 color, I think. With Rakshas's Bargain. I don't remember. They had the classic 104th. Yeah, let's resubmit here. Slant Blood Moon and Prey, yeah. Seems a little risky. It's got good cards, though. It has 1 less good card than it used to. So goodbye, Rook the Guard, probably. Aether Vial is good against control, but when your hand is 4 lands and and Swords to Plowshares, it's much worse versus control. Are they gonna, like, try to, like, turn 3 Kaito me? Like, Strix into Kaito or something? It seems like the worst card in my hand by far. Let's get some of these fucking lands out of my deck, huh? Does feel like this is exactly what I just said was going to happen. Yeah, this definitely feels like it's gearing up for turn 3 Kaito. We have a lot of draws that can stop this. A lot of draws that can't also, so. Hope for the best. That is not the best. What's my plan? Cast Recruiter. None of my 2s are very good against Kaito. Wait till Vial's on 3, cast Recruiter, get Skyclave Force of Willed. Maybe they just don't have lane 3. Oh, thank God they don't have lane 3. That's huge. That is actually massive for me. What is this hand? Ours or our opponents? Top deck, like, Stoneforge Mystic would be pretty nice. Would love, yours is just a pile of lands. Well, I mean, I didn't ask for these. Oh, alright. I'll cast that. Vroom vroom. I don't know what they are saying in chat, but they're not happy to see the chainsaw. The chainsaw cometh. Problem is that now they can. They cannot hit land 4. Haha! Getting better about not saying the bad thing that's gonna happen to me, which would be land 4, cast Kaito. Command? It's like a little mean. Buy back the Strix. Oof. It's like infinite value. It'd be really sick if I had a fucking Stoneforge Mystic right there. Also awkward that this is the 4 mana turn. I can't do anything exciting with the Recruiter on 4 mana. Draw Red Elemental Blast. Be nice. Draw Thalia. That could be not be nice. They'll rue the day they blew up a Vial, not Chainsaw. Yeah. Thalia would have been real nice last turn, huh? My Vial was on 2, and my opponent cast 4 mana worth of spells. I think it's just Recruit Stoneforge here, honestly. I don't think there's like a better... I'm a little worried about a Kaido, but I can't imagine there are that many in the deck. And I feel like with this texture of hand, I'm not allowed to just go get like Skyclave. Probably not. Especially on 1 turn suspend. If they just fetch a basic swamp, it's pretty terrible. I'm gonna go watch Andor. I've heard it's really good. Yeah, I'll grab Stoneforge. I've been too busy playing Expedition 33 to watch anything lately. Strix. Resolves. I have no blasts. Expedition 33 is so fucking good, man. It is unreal. Is that anything for me? It smells all like Orcish Bowmaster. I don't really think it's anything for me right now. I think this is just a Stoneforge for formal wear. Plus Thalia, plus Caracas turn. Towards the end of Act 2. I'm, like, deep into Act 3 at this point. Oh, man, it's fucking nuts. Alright, so let's lead on Thalia. See if we can get anything to bite. Nope. Let's play Stoneforge. Guess I'm supposed to attack, huh? Nope, force. Am I supposed to attack? I have a Yorion waiting in the wings. Force pitch stock up. Alright, that's... I would say that's a win. I don't think I'm attacking either. Next turn is 6 mana. It could potentially be a Yorion plus broadside turn. But I think this recruiter is fairly valuable. Bowmaster my recruiter. Oh, interesting. Maybe they want to cast something. Maybe they have second Bowmaster. You want to do it in the other order. Now they don't get a 1-1. Great deal for me, though. Unfortunately, this broadside doesn't actually want to do anything here. I might just be casting a 2-2. Well, I guess I cast a 2-2 and attack for 2. Because I don't think I want to throw Chainsaw. I think I want to, like, Yori on my board and crush them into the dirt. Maybe I just don't even cast Broadside now because I just hold up Yorion. Or I hold up Reb. Broadside's certainly not exciting right now. I could equip the Chainsaw. I could. This is a true statement. A little awkward here that I can't hold up Reb and Caracas next turn, if that's what happens. I will Reb most powerful blue spells at this stage, though. Oh, well, never mind. Not if they Mysterize Village it through. Alright, valid. Chainsaw ticking up. Unfortunately, it's going to tick all the way back down when I flicker with Yorion. Weirdly, kind of wanted to draw a land so I can hold up Reb for hardcast 4. Okay, never mind. We're getting Kaito'd. Kaito pick up the Strix. Yeah. So we are going to let this all happen. Yori on the Chainsaw, on the returning Strix probably, and blast the Kaito. Mill Cling to Dust. Good to know about. I could blast the Strix and Bombardier the Kaito versus one card in hand. It's kind of tempting. Don't let them draw more. Slam Bombardiers, throw the Chainsaw at the Kaito. Getting a little low. I kind of want to do it, though. I'm going to equip the Chainsaw first and then throw it at the Kaito, yes. Oh, I could equip the Chainsaw and just attack the Kaito to death. That's fair. Maybe we'll draw another sick card to pair with the Bombardier. Maybe we won't. It's 5 plus 4. It's like kind of close to lethal. Land is what you asked for. A lot of things happen between now and then. Let's Let's chill. Let's settle down. Shit happened. I made mistakes. This is a surveil at least. Yeah, I'm not throwing this chainsaw. I have Yorian in my hand. This also might be like pretty close to lethal. I think this is lethal. No, we're two off. Assuming my opponent has nothing. Which is not a great assumption to make, obviously. Sure. Chainsaw getting fat. Unfortunately, gonna reset because I'm gonna chainsaw this Orcish Bowmaster to death. Not getting second Kaito'd, great. Getting Murktided, much less great. We can block it though. We could also just like find Solitude or something. Plow. We got time to think. This is not lethal, right? This is 6 plus 4. This is 10 damage. And we have 7 mana, and we can't throw Yorion. Yorion blocks. Yeah, Yorion block bounce is the plan. I'm trying to think if we keep this on top or not. Do I want it next turn? They have no cards in hand. I'm going to cast Yorion, flicker the chainsaw, kill the Bowmaster, and then block Murktide and bounce it with Karakas. I don't think I want it because I'm stuck at like 7 here, and I have to use like 6 for Yorion. I think I want to find like Solitude, Source of Plowshares, stuff like that. Yeah. Yeesh. Do I want to wasteland them? I think I do. Can't imagine there's a ton. Wait, what am I doing? I'm casting Yorion and Karagasing it every turn. Then I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plus Karagas. I don't want to wasteland because I want to like be able to cast a 2-drop. Draw like a Stoneforge Mystic or a Johnny and flicker it. They have 1 card in hand, so the odds of it, them needing like all of their mana, is not super high, and I don't think there's gonna be a ton of like black cards. I'm cutting them off. Nice. Oh, they do have the Clean to Dust still. Important to think about. I guess maybe I should have wastelanded them then, huh? Winning with Clock. I mean, if we can answer this Murktide, we might be able to time him out. Exiling my Plow. Oh yeah, because if they exile creatures, they don't draw cards. gotta do Wasteland now. We're dead to a lot. And my opponent is drawing 2 cards a turn. Uh-oh. I can't imagine we get to live this turn, huh? Not dead yet. Thoughtseize. What's happening? Cling, sure. Feels like you should have done this pre-combat to try to find a removal spell, but okay. Did they shuffle? Yes. Yeah. Yeah, they fetched after the brainstorm. Alright, deck. Got a lot of draw steps. A lot of good cards. That's one of them. We're still in it. Play Yorion just in case they had force, maybe. I mean, I kept a card on top. Unless it's like the sickest bluff of all time. But yeah, it's probably correct too. What's happening? Oh, they're just clinging again? Do I pick up my Yorion here to chainsaw the Strix? They have 3 cards left in hand. How many forces are they through? Only 1 force of will. It's so dangerous. We're at 7. I don't think they can even attack me 7 times. Oh, shit. Oh, they did have force. I think we shields down now. They have 1 card left in hand. I think I want to pick up Yorion and recast it and chainsaw the Strix right now. It's maybe a little risky. But they are rapidly running out of cards to draw. Daze? If my opponent has Daze in their deck, they deserve it. They wanted it more than me. Cling is escape 5. That's so many. Sorcerer Speed Bowmaster me. You got it. I'm not going again. Not in the face of 5 mana. I guess, yeah, we can equip this chainsaw, huh? Wait, this was stupid. I have a clock too. I'm a minute and 20 seconds up. I don't think equipping's ever gonna matter. I guess it maybe matters if they like have another bowmaster and make their thing a 3/3. Bounce in response to kill the borrower. They attack all. I think I blocked the 2/2. Just minimal damage. Flicker the chainsaw, kill another bowmaster. What do you mean, bolt? I'm not just attacking for no reason here. My opponent's got 18 seconds on the clock. Oh, they can escape Cling, sure. I mean, escaping Cling takes so many clicks, they'll just time out. Escaping Cling is, like, literally impossible for them. It's just that easy. The classic down to the wire control matchup. It's genuinely something you need to like lock in from game one when you play these like really grindy games. Is like I need to be up on clock from my opponent. Like in game two, I was like, okay, I'm up 13 minutes to 11 minutes. I'm fairly comfortable here. And then 25 minutes later, I've timed my opponent out in game three. That's something that you just like instantly click in a game one. That Yorion card pretty good, huh? If they, like, bounced the right thing there, they bounced the Witch Enchanter, did they get anywhere? Not really, right? They could push a little bit more damage that turn and could have potentially had a Bolt out. Yeah, so back when it was just 60 card D&T, Grixis used to farm the shit out of D&T because it was just like not a deck that had like a very good, stable like end game engine. Yorion just like totally flipped how D&T functioned as a deck. You just got to like farm. Grixis used to be like the nightmare scenario matchup where you were just like banking on Cataclysm to win in post board games. And now it's like one of the matchups that you really want to see. But yeah, the turn that the bar. I mean, obviously my opponent was like playing really fast at that stage of clock discrepancy. But like if they borrower the Witch Enchanter instead of the Yorion, so I can't counter the borrower by Karakas-ing my Yorion, they can cast the borrower, attack all, I block the borrower, I take an extra 2 points of damage that turn, I end up stabilizing at 2 instead. And like maybe they find a bolt before they time out. They also like didn't draw before they attacked with the Murktide on one of their turns, which was like they could have found an answer to the Yorion and actually just straight up killed me. Oh god, a Yorion mirror last match? This could be the world's longest league. Do I just like snap keep this hand in the Yorion mirror? My opponent's just on like a slow, piddly control deck. I just have to like, turn one Aether Vial. It's fine. We have like Aether Vial into Surveillance. Snap keep a 6-lander. Six land, 1 uncastable. I don't think my opponent's a D&T gamer. Maybe this hand is a little bit disrespectful versus... Oh, they are a D&T gamer. Well, shit. Although this... Boggerbog has kind of gone out of style in D&T lists. Yoshiwada doesn't even play one anymore. Oh, is this Yorion Oops? I heard there was a Yorion Oops player running around the leagues. Just, like, get turn 2 despite having Yorion in your deck. Or in your sideboard. Yeah. I heard there was a Yorion Oops player terrorizing leagues. And by terrorizing, I mean just, like, kind of vaguely existing. Wait, is there really only... I don't know what the Yorion Oops list actually looks like. Is there really only one Narc? I just want to take a look at this list. They have a single copy of Belcher main deck. Triple Jackal... No, 2 Belchers main deck. Jeweled Amulet. Opponent's truly living. I assume this... Yeah, there's enough Poxwalkers. I'll let them do their thing. Well, I'm like trying to... I mean, I'm just going to board like it's Oops, and they're going to be a little bit less consistent. And then we're still going to lose. But at least we don't have to sit here for another 45 minutes. Do I just win this game if I had Swords to Plowshares? Do they have the Memories Journey? It might be in hand. Like, if I just cast Swords to Plowshares, or, like, they would have just also died? I don't really understand. This deck building seems confusing to me. But at least we can die or win very quickly. What did we settle on that I did? I boarded out all my removal spells after saying that, like, based on what we saw, we don't know the last 4 cards of my opponent's hand, but, like, if they're just on 1 Narc, 3 Poxwalkers, then they just can actually never beat a Swords of Pleasure of Solitude, so I have to assume that's not the case, that they have a second Narc and or a 4th Poxwalker that was just in their hand at that game, and that I should try to respect their deck building at least a little bit in how I've decided to sideboard. I don't respect my opponents, and that's valid. I'm not allowed to keep this hand, huh? Am I allowed to, it's a 1-lander, actually. So yes, I am allowed to keep this. Bottom Recruiter of the Guard. Maybe it's actually right to bottom Magus. Maybe we need to, like, recruit a Solitude versus a weird fucking Barrogoyf pivot, I don't know. And we'll just, like, die to turn 1 Belcher anyway, it's fine. Screw the Magus. Alright. Hopefully we'll draw a land. Would love to have a land on the top of my deck. Oh, nice. Alright, I think we're just Cauldroning. My opponent's at 15. I don't think we're gonna, like, fuck around with Lion Sash shit. I think I just wanted to end my opponent's life. Look at Formal Wear. Formal Wear is as good as Sashes here, right? It is a little bit slower than Cauldra, but it does fully lock them out. Sash has to like leave up a bunch of mana all the time. Maybe this is insane. Maybe I'm supposed to just go super fast and beat the Belcher. Oh, well. I guess both of my cards just get duressed. And Therapy, name one of them. Alright, well. Alright, we got our little clock. Little clock that could. Not the ideal land, if I'm being honest, but it kills Chromox. Do we Skyclave Chromox? I think we do. I think they would have taken Skyclave if their plan were to Belcher me. And also put in Skyclave triples our clock and removes a mana from them, which makes it less likely that they can cast the Belcher. If Recruiter wasn't taken and we drew land, would you Recruiter Loran for Belcher? So if they take the Skyclave there, and we have this, if we have specifically the Krogus, it gets pretty awkward. Because there's no guarantee that we can cast the anti-Belcher card after that. Loran's not bad, because if we do inevitably draw like a third land that isn't the Krogus, then we can like Krogus the Chromox and then pick up the Loran to Krogus a Belcher. But like maybe we just have to go get second Stoneforge to go get Cauldra. Not sure. Tough line. Alright, well, we will mulligan to Leyline again. Yeah. Certainly interesting. I could not say with confidence what I would do there, but I think the choices would be Stoneforge or Loran. Yeah, this hand ain't it, Chief. I put a mulligan, which is nice. But I think I'm pretty happy. I mean, we have the one Solitude if we don't respect my opponent having more than exactly one Narcomoeba 3 Boxwalkers. And we have Flute for the Belcher. I'm going to hit the mulligan button. I'm going to hit the mulligan button the second time. I'm going to hit the mulligan button a third time even. Alright, maybe we don't hit it a fourth time, huh? Maybe we keep this. 4 land, 4 card hand. What? Land, flute. Do we keep this? Do we go to 3? My opponent kept 6. Kitty. If I keep this, I'm keeping land, flute, Skyclave, maybe? I don't think I'm keeping land, flute, vial. Or land, flute, sash. Would I rather have, like, Leyline Land Land than any of these hands? I think so. Those are the only cards that I'm actually looking for. Might just... They showed us, like, a bunch of discard. They showed us Thougught's and Duress. So if I just, like, keep my 4 and then just get Thought's used. I don't know. Alright, maybe on 3 I'll keep my land vial. Or land flute hand, huh? Thoughtseize. Therapy. Sure. Therapy doesn't take the flute at least. They named Thoughtseize? Excuse me? Oh, they're just like killing. Wait. They just don't care. Nope. I'll spew the info. Fetch Surveil's worth. In paper, our hands would be tired at this point. Yeah, I hate mulliganing in paper. Not dead. Maybe I should have kept that 4, huh? This is not a tap land, right? There's no way they would play a tap land. This is... What do I want here? Containment Priest? I'll settle for Recruiter of the Guard, I think. Kind of have to. Flute's kind of tough, especially because they know about it. I think I'm gonna hold it up and then fire blindly at end step. Hope for the 1 and 3. Or maybe I hold it up another turn? Probably not. Maybe they just have Belcher. I feel like my best avenue of winning this game is to name Belcher and recruit Containment Priest and hope that they miss. So this is like the only way that I cover all my bases. Don't kill me. For a mull to 3 we're gaming. Yeah, I mean, you can't be afraid to mulligan versus Belcher. Or, like, versus Oops. Yeah, we might just die to Undercity Informer, Balustrade Spy. I think I still like our line. Holding up Flute only beats Informer anyway. Because we can obviously cast a Response Informer to turn it off. Okay, they do have 2 narcs. Alright, I don't feel stupid. Do they not have the... Could they actually not beat Flute? I assumed that they had... the Memories Journey. Maybe they just had it in hand both games? But, like, I don't see it this game either. It'd be insane to make your Oops deck 80 cards and then also cut the Memories Journey. Alright, they did the thing. Correct play was to name Thoracle. Correct play. I mean, yeah, that's what I'm... obviously jokes, but, like, I was thinking about it, just, like, I didn't think that they were just that dead to name Dread Return. I just assumed that if I slammed it and named Dread Return, they would just go off and Memories Journey and kill me with Boxwalkers. Why play Jack Lantern otherwise? Yeah. The Memories Journey is probably just in hand, like, both games. Very statistically weird game. Hey, kitty, you want to get down from there? Come on, I'm about to wrap up the stream. Get, come on, get out of here. Get out of here. Shoot. Come on, beat it. I don't need you climbing all over the office chairs. All right. That'll wrap it up for today. Got to talk about the new card. God damn it, kitty. Guess you get to stay here for the last minute of stream. We got to talk about Cloud. We got to play some really fucking grindy control matches. We got to play against Yori on Oops All Spells. So, quite broad spectrum of stuff going on. I'll be back next week, same time. Don't really know what I'm playing. Maybe I'll play like Yoshiwata List. I've been like just kind of vibing with whatever. I don't really have a strong inclination. I really like the red cards. I honestly, I think my favorite red card in the deck is Chainsaw. I just really, really like this card versus the tinier creature decks versus like Tempo and stuff. Casting Phantom Blade is just so much mana, and just Chainsaw is just so much more mana efficient. It's really nice. Probably like the biggest reason I wanted to be splashing red. Maybe we could build red splash without this stuff, but then all your 2-drops suck all of a sudden. I don't know. Bombardiers is good at like killing combo deck opponents too. Like every time I think about like, oh, I should maybe cut Broadside. Broadside like shows up every night. It has some like really nuts lethals, you know, blows up Doomsday opponents. Kills creatures out of like Delver. The haste damage matters a lot versus like Kaito, stuff like that. Broadside is like just a really good card, so maybe we should just stop thinking about trying to cut it. I'm pretty happy with how this list is. I want to figure out how to add the second Four More. Maybe we cut the third Skyclave for the second Four More. Four More is kind of nuts. Doing damage is good. Alright, let's find someone to raid, huh? Who's online? Harain online? Harain's always streaming. Guaranteed. Of course, there he is. Never lets me down. There's always someone playing Legacy to raid after me because this fucking madman streams like every fucking day. Anyway, thanks everybody for watching. Hope you come back next week. We'll be back. We'll be here streaming more Death and Taxes. Truly no idea, just kind of flying by the seat of my pants on what I'm going to play next week. Up until these next couple of weeks until Cloud comes out, especially. And then we'll do some like sick Cloud brews for Final Fantasy. But until next time. Oh, until next time after the 10 seconds after I hit the raid button.